each person or each couple or each partner should have really just their own investment, not jointly, but a single investment that belongs to him or her?
Thank you, my dear. I think it's good to be honest. Different strokes for different folks is my intro. Because one script cannot be a standard for all. Best practice will reveal that while several couples naturally would agree to invest together, and that should be the case, because one, I've given you the best of myself. You've given me your body, you've given me your life, you've given me children. We're investing in each other. But it's ridiculous to invest yourself into each other emotionally, spiritually, sexually. Then there's one place that is always a bone of contention, finances. And truth be told, if you have the same ethics, the same vision, the same moral code in certain way you love to relate with finances, it shouldn't be a problem for you to invest together. But the reality is some people are not reading from the same script. But if you're working from the same vision together as husband and wife as it would be, I think that's the best way to do it. Because there's an exponential multiplication that always happens to anything if the two people work together. And my own experience, I would say, everything practical I've seen that I put in the stewardship of my wife has had an exponential growth in it. But if I attempt to do it private, independent of her, it's pretty much very frustrating, and I think the reverse would be true toward her. So I'd say yes. But on the other side also, I have counseled people and I've talked to people in matters family and relationship. And really, it is sad to note that it can be a very self-sabotaging behavior if you don't work together as husband and wife. The man does his own thing, the wife does his own thing, and it's very frustrating. But also it has a proven record behind it. It could be the man is not honest and truthful with his finances. Or it could be that actually the wife also is deceitful in her conduct when it comes to matters finances. So it has pros and cons, but I think the right thing should be husband and wife, you can make investments together. Yes.
So Judy, what would you say about this? Should couples do joint investments or single investments?
Thank you very much, Anne, and good to see you. First of all, it really depends with when we say a couple, is these people are dating, are they working towards a marriage? Because if you are just dating, then what is the lifespan of your relationship? Because getting into a financial commitment requires some level of transparency. It requires some level of honesty. It is you ceding some ground, really. Because if you're going to get into any financial commitment with your partner, what is the long-term plan? You know, and if that relationship doesn't seem to be headed towards marriage, then it would be a very risky thing to do, because the moment that relationship fails, then what happens to your investment? So having those conversations, in fact, the thing I usually like to encourage couples is have honest conversations, understand each other's financial habits, because again, people have different financial habits and spending habits. Then that determines the kind of goal you are working towards. If this relationship is headed towards marriage, I would definitely encourage doing a joint investment, because it builds a portfolio of what you want for your family and for the growth of your portfolio. You want to work towards a certain goal, assuming you're planning on having children. How would you want to raise those children? Where would you want to live? Which schools would you want to take your children to? What kind of medical plan are you intending to take? So I would advise couples who are intending to get married and who are married to be able to work on a joint investment, but have a legal framework that guides you and have honest conversations. Like, transparency is key. When it comes to money, transparency is the end game.
I love that you've touched on so many things. Legal, of course, we'll be talking about legal as well, and just communication. But Ziwa, you talked about something that some people are not